Hello, everyone. Today we're going to deal with what a video resume is. Now, as you all are aware that a video resume is a state-of-the-art ideology or a concept to ensure you learn better and your chances of employability are much more vibrant in nature. The traditional method or mode that we generally use is where we stick, or we rather only do what is presented to us. But here in a video resume, it gives them a chance to have a much better interview. Would you prefer just reading a piece of a resume like this versus actually speaking like this on video? Which one would you prefer? I'm sure you all guess the latter because speaking or interacting like this gives them a much better understanding of you, who you are as an applicant. They get to analyze you on different levels as well. So let's quickly look into what the other attributes are. So, to begin with, it allows candidates to showcase their skills and personality, enhancing traditional job applications in compelling ways. So, instead of just saying, okay, we have a plethora of applications coming in, this adds a niche way of saying, okay, this is who I am, this is how you get to know me, and that will enable you to have a much better interface. Next comes the importance of video resumes. It creates a personal connection. For all we know, if I were to just randomly do something online and just if it doesn't have a connection with the person viewing it or reading it, it's lost. The purpose is lost. But here you can have a personal connection. The person is able to know who you are as an individual and how you can pretty much be utilized in that domain. Next, we have preparing for your video resume. So first one is research the company thoroughly. So for any resume that you generally draft, it is well suggested and it is a thumb rule to know about what that company does, what are the various sectors it has, and the domains based on which produce it does. And script main points naturally. Don't scripting is, for all you know, any movie that you see, it's all scripted. Yes, there are places where an actor goes off screen or like off script, but nonetheless, that does not define what particular purpose is there. The main concept is having a particular flow to what you want to say and then choose appropriate attire wisely. So, as you all know, rather than doing it, appearance matters the most because people are going to view this video and that is going to be an index of who you are. So, for that, look the best version of yourself. So, kindly prepare accordingly. Next, we have the practice delivery and timing. So, any video you're going to record, make sure you time it once or twice to know how long it's going to take. And then, according to, let's say, whichever program that is, don't be too long. I know we have a lot to speak, but then be crisp in what you have to convey. And that is much more impactful than a very elaborate and boring generic essay. So be very crisp and clear over that. Next, so in the recording sector, first one is to use good lighting and clear audio, and also to keep a video length under 90 seconds, as is listed earlier as well. Don't have a very prolonged video that will generally lose interest in the eyes of the interviewer. Then maintaining eye contact with the camera. So let's say even me, for example, if I were to just keep looking over here, reading this particular script, that would look very odd on camera. So kindly make sure you are not you're looking at the camera throughout the entire duration, and at the end of the day, it is a script about yourself. So try to be the best version of yourself. Next, for technical considerations, the file format and size limits should be uh, viable for anyone to view. So people generally look into how we can just have video formats of MP4 or others, which are much more simpler and easy for every video player, and also the size. Just because I have a very fancy DSLR that's going to be mounted over there and it's going to be recording for about, let's say, 90 seconds, yes, but you can't just export it just like that. So it's not like they're shooting a 4K movie. No, that's not the point. It is to communicate and connect with you easily. Then basic editing tips for clarity. So make sure you edit your video. Don't have like stark contrast, but make sure you have basic editing so you can have your name coming below or some sort of a subscript over here or a text. Next, we have best practices for your video resume. First one is be authentic. So show your true self. Don't be very pretentious. Okay. Then the thing is that is what they'll be expecting of you at all times. So we cannot wear a mask at all times. Next, practice delivery and avoid distraction. So make sure you have a very serene and calm environment and then practice your video resume. And then, as you all know, attire, dress, make it the man, as you all know. So kindly make sure you dress accordingly. So the benefits when comparing it to traditional resumes, it's a dynamic presentation of personality. Even right now, if I just gave you notes of this particular topic, you would not be very much interested. However, as I'm presenting it to you as a video, it's a lot more meaningful and has a lot more personality to what you're learning. And then it also engages recruiters on a deeper level. It allows creativity and unique storytelling. So when we narrate something, rather than just having a very analytical data-based result, when I tell you what I've done, that makes you understand and connect with me in a much better level. And then it's on the traditional, yes, it's much more detailed, but this is much more better. Okay. So then you have a few pitfalls or challenges that we undergo while shooting a video resume. First one is nervousness and technical issues. So when creating, kindly be ready to overcome all these issues. Be prepared to know how to face them. What is the next mode of action? Maybe the PPT is not being displayed, or maybe the subject is not working. Reshoot. It's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So make sure you spend some time, make a good resume for yourself, and then send it in. So, best way to overcome all these issues would be first one, to practice. Second is use simple tools for recording, and then seek feedback from peers. It's always good to have peer feedback so they tell you how to make it better. Next, the next step would generally be to start recording your video. With that, I wish you all the very best to have your own videos recorded and have your own video resume. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.